How's it going, everyone? My name is Will from Ghosthack, and welcome to a Ghosthack live stream where I'm going to be attempting to make future bass using some of the sounds from the Ultimate Producer Bundle 2020. Forgot I had that on screen right there. But there's a ton of packages included in this Ultimate Producer Bundle 2020 edition, and there should be a link in the description where you can go down and you can check it out on the page. There's just a bunch of stuff for a ton of different genres, so it's very useful for almost anyone who produces any kind of music. But what I'm going to try to do today is produce a specific genre, which is future bass. Let's see, it doesn't seem like there are too many people on there yet, but if there are any problems, let me know in the chat. The stream looks like it's running pretty clean. Yeah, it's excellent. We're looking good. All right. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and get started with this, because this could be fun. And I think how I'm going to start it out is using an acapella. Real quick, let me make sure my mic audio is coming through. Yeah, I'm coming through clean. Good deal. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take an acapella here, and we have a bunch of acapellas and other vocals and things like that in the exclusive vocals that come with the Ultimate Producer Bundle 2020. And I think here we are. I want to take this one because it's at 140 BPM in G minor, and it sounds like it would be very nice for some future bass. So the stream looks great. So we're all good here. Everything's good on stream. Nice. How do you mix drums and melodies? Well, I'm going to get to that today when I go over some future bass. It's really not too hard. It's mainly just making sure that things are sidechained properly, and that the melodies don't have too much low end that'll interfere with the drums or maybe the bass of the snare. But we can get to that when I throw drums in this mix. So the first thing I want to do is take these vocals. Let's give these a little preview.
Time will only tell if you'll be on my side. I was under a spell, but I'ma be alright. You only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry. I'm done thinking that you are the one, 'cause all of these emotions got me coming undone. What do you want from me? What do you want from me, huh? Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be, huh?
So there we go. So we just have a nice amount of vocals to work with here. Oh, and we also have oh yeah, no, this is the acapella dry, and then there was an acapella that was wet as well. So or the harmony. No, this is the harmony. Need to use the harmony.
You only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry.
This is even better.
What do you want from me? Why can't you let me be?
All right, I'm looking forward to working with these. So the first thing I want to do, just now that I have the vocal in here, is that I want to create some chords. Should we do group channels for them? Yeah, for vocals, I sometimes do group channels. It kind of depends on the vocals that I'm working with, but a lot of times if I'm just working with 2 files, they don't necessarily need a group. But if I'm working with like a bunch of different ones, yeah, I'll usually route them into a group just because it's easier to kind of deal with them in that way. So first thing is just to create some chords. So I'm just going to open up piano plugin. And I'm going to try to make something to go along with this. Now, this is in G minor, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, 140 G minor. So I'm just going to work with this. Let me take a good spot in this vocal.
Hey, you only call me. Time will only tell if you'll be on my side. I was under a spell. I was under a spell. Hey, you only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry.
I have to make sure that these are lined up correctly in the sense that I want to know exactly when the beat hits. Like maybe there's a gap and maybe it's supposed to hit here.
Time will only tell if you'll be on my side. I was under a spell.
It kind of sounds like it's supposed to be the other way.
But I'ma be alright. You only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry. I'm done thinking that you are the one, 'cause all of these emotions got me coming undone.
Yeah, I'm just going to try going with that. Have it lined up like that. So let's make some chords. Oh, we're already on pattern 1. There we are. Back with her vocals. Yeah, yeah. This is a very good vocalist. She has some very awesome files. So we're in G. Yeah.
I'm done thinking that you are the one. I'm done thinking that you are the one.
But I don't think it hits in G right in the front. Maybe it hits in G more like here.
'Cause all of these emotions got me coming undone. I'm done thinking that you are the I'm done thinking that you are the one. 'Cause all of these emotions got me coming undone.
Yeah.
Done.
That sounds good.
I'm done thinking that you are the one. 'Cause all of these emotions got me coming undone.
I just have to make sure I have some root notes down first, and then I'll create the chords. This is sort of how I would go about creating chords to vocals like these, is I'd find a root note pattern that kind of fits with the melodies that the chords are playing, and then I'll layer notes on top of that.
I'm done. What do you want from me? What do you want from me, huh?
See, that one doesn't work as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge these pattern clips. Let's see. And then create an 8-bar chord progression instead of a 4-bar.
What do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from what do you want from me, huh?
Let's see. This one should probably end on the G.
Me, huh? Me. What do you want from me, huh?
And all of this could change if I decide that I think it would sound better a different way.
I'm done thinking that you I'm done thinking that you are the one. I'm done thinking that you are the one. 'Cause all of these
Maybe that works, maybe it doesn't. If I wanted to be like more simple, I could go like that.
I'm done thinking that you are the one. 'Cause all of these emotions got me.
I like that F though, that F sounds good.
I'm done thinking that you are the one. 'Cause all of these emotions got me coming on.
Oh, but it's going down to the G. Yeah, I don't think I can use the F right there, but...
Emotions got me coming undone.
Yeah, I'm just kind of sticking to the basics. I'm just bringing it down octaves as I'm going.
Emotions got me coming undone.
But now I can use the F because the F is down there.
Emotions done.
Yeah, I can just end on a 4-chord note.
I'm done thinking that you are the one. 'Cause all of these emotions got me coming undone. What?
So we're on the A sharp here. I just want to make sure that I get this chord progression decent before I continue on the rest of the track. Could I have the F?
What do you want?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Oh, that's essentially the same chord. I don't know if I want that.
What do you want from?
That sounds good.
What do you want from me? Me. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want?
Yeah, maybe I could go down to the A.
What do you want from me?
And then we'll just end on that normal triad.
I'm done thinking that you are the one. 'Cause all of these emotions got me coming undone. What do you want from me? What do you want from me, huh? I'm done thinking that you...
Yeah, I think that works out pretty well. So I just, sorry I didn't explain too much of what I was doing there. I just didn't want it to take too long for me to get the chords down before I can move on to the rest of the track. But I want to make sure that I have some bottom notes here as well. So it is in the key of G. So I'm going to take G, bring that down there. G, also bring that down here. And then I'll bring down the D. There's already a 4-note chord here, so I want to just make sure that all the chords are 4 notes. Then A sharp, that'd be too low. I don't want to do that. Let's try just the F.
What do you want from me?
And I could go down to the D.
What do you want from me? What do you want from me, huh?
And I'm actually fine with the last chord being a 3-note chord, because then when the 4-note comes in on the beginning, it's going to make it a little heavier and a little brighter. And the best songs we can when you get this. He about this virus stuff, so I can get back to worrying about this. Yep, there's a lot a lot going around with the virus. I hope all of you guys are staying safe wherever you are. You know, if wherever you are is in a certain amount of, like, a lot of danger, that you're just staying safe in your homes, doing everything you can to keep both you and your families and friends safe.
I'm done thinking that you are the one, 'cause all of these emotions got me coming undone.
Yeah, so now we have chord progressions. Let's see if the chords match with the other things.
Time will only tell if you'll be on my side. I was under a spell, but I'ma be alright. You only call me.
So like half of it matches and half of it doesn't, so we may have to create another one for the intro, but I could kind of get to that once we get to the intro. At that point, I do want to make sure that I get the main hook down.
Time will only tell if you'll be on my side. I was under a spell, but I'ma be alright.
Now, I expect that all I would have to do to create a new progression is pretty much just take these chords and just move them around. Like, the actual chords I have are good, but I want to make sure that the chorus works well.
What do you want from me? What do you want from me, huh?
Yeah, the last two chords did sound pretty good, but the main one that worked was right here.
Only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry. I'm done thinking that you are the one, 'cause all of these emotions got me coming undone.
Yeah, this part right here, it just sounds very good with those chords. So, now that we have those, I think those are going to be the basis for our future bass drop that we're going to make. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw together a drop with some chords and stuff like that. Comments from time to time. Yeah, yes I can. And do you do any contests? Not yet. We don't have any contests yet. That would be a cool idea in the future, though. Maybe we could throw out some contests. That would be kind of fun. I want to say this pack is amazing. Got it yesterday. Made music all day yesterday. Thank you. Yes, the pack is so big. There's so much in this pack. It's incredible to go through. It would take so long to go through, but once you realize how many genres are contained and how many different styles of samples there is, it's like, I remember when I was first going through it, I just made something with it right then, because when I was going through all of the different packs that it had, it just, like, inspiration was just popping, creativity all over the place, and I needed to just get it out somehow. It's really, really great. But I appreciate it. Lock myself in the studio for hours, sometimes days. Hey, if the creativity's flowing, you got to take advantage of it. You definitely, you really do, because creativity doesn't always come easy. Let's see. So now I'm going to get some future bass chords, and I believe I can get some future bass chords with should be some serum presets included in this pack. Should be some serum presets included with the bundle. Let's see. Trend presets. Let me try to find the serum presets. Yeah, Essentials for Serum Volume 2. Have presets and tables. Let's see what sounds we have here. Let's see. Synths. Would it be under synths? Future chords. Yeah, there's a couple different future bass chords we can try here. Let's try future chords 1. may have to lower these. Or maybe they just need more layers, but it could be a nice chord layer. Let's try 2. Oh yeah, this one is good. How's it going? Where are you from? I am from the United States. Ghosthack is a German company. I just work for them from here. What's from the pop packs? Thanks. They're just a lot of fun to work with when you have vocals and you can kind of listen to them and, you know, figure out what the inspiration was behind the vocals. You know, you can sort of learn that. It creates a lot of inspiration for creating your own tracks as well. But thank you. This stream stay on YouTube afterwards. This stream will be up on YouTube afterwards. We are going to upload this. No custom serum skin. Nah, I had a custom serum skin for a while. It looked pretty cool. Forget exactly what it was. Was it this? Yeah. It's an awesome skin, but I got so used to the default skin that it's just easier for me to maneuver this way. But let's make sure that this is wobbling correctly. I added some more harmonics there because of this interesting like wavetable. I can just do that without having to add a whole nother oscillator. And I don't want this going the whole time. I want it to kind of stop and start because that's sort of how I like my future bass chords. So I can make some chops and cuts and make some interesting patterns here. So after 1, 2, 3, I want it to stop, and then we can go into a different bit. Do 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 do. I'm hearing this pattern. And then we can do a similar thing right here. I'm just trying to think, I'm trying to figure out what I'm hearing in my head because I'm hearing, you know, specific patterns that seem to work pretty well in my brain. I just have to figure out how they translate into a DAW. I could maybe use that just all the way, just right there. Or no, I'll use that at the halfway mark right here. So I can just go like that. That'll be fine. Pack is tremendous. Recently had a hip replacement and was bored with my current content having this constant pain. Well, I'm glad the pack helps, and I hope you're feeling better from that soon. How would it sound with 150 BPM? It probably would sound pretty good. I could pitch the vocals around to match because of acapella is at 140. I could pitch the vocals around to fit 150 BPM, but then I'd also have to change the chords. I want to make sure that I'm not changing the vocals into a pitch that would conflict with the chords I have right now. It probably would sound pretty good. It's only 10 BPM higher, but I'm probably going to stick to 140 just because the acapella I chose is at 140. Yeah. And now let's create the patterns for these as well. And I think I want to keep it pretty similar. It's important to add variation to this, but it's also important that the patterns you add are sort of recognizable throughout your track for it to kind of glue the track together. You don't want to just go too crazy with a bunch of randomness. You want to make sure that there are repeating elements that people can kind of understand when they're listening to the track. So I'm just kind of duplicate the pattern that I made right there, just with these different chords. So in this one, it was like this length. And I did that again. And then in this one, oh yeah, this one was a little bit different. You know damn well how to put the vocals back to normal pitch. Yeah, but I don't want to stretch them. I don't feel like stretching them. The timing of the stream is great. Try future bass myself. Cool. Well, here we are making some future bass. Inspiration. It's one of the most valuable things you can come across as a producer. And I'm gonna go ahead and create a layer for this as well. And I think I can straight up use the other future chords that I had in here just as a layer. Like if I take this one, because this one wasn't quite as strong as this one to begin with, but it was still good. How many gigabytes is a pack? It's like 18.6, I think. It's a lot of gigabytes. It'll download as like, you'll see the downloads as like 10 gigabytes, but once you unzip it all, or more like 15 gigabytes, somewhere in there, but once you unzip it all, it comes out to like 18 gigabytes. It's a lot. Yeah, 18.4. There it is. Also, I got to make sure my CPU doesn't freak out, so maybe lower these voices a little bit. I don't like doing this, but for streams, I probably will have to. Normally, my computer can take it, but streaming takes up a lot of CPU. And project time base at 48. I always like to set it at 48 just to make sure that it's using as little as possible. Oh, 256. No, we have to raise this up a lot. Raise this up a lot. Nope. Yeah, I put this down lower, so now we have a little bit of deeper chords, like layering over the high chords. So that sounds pretty nice. I think it does sound pretty nice. So I'm gonna leave that right there, and I'm gonna throw in some drums to this. So I just want a basic future bass, just chords and drums, just right at the start, and then I'm gonna mix in like vocals with this. I'm probably gonna take some vocal chops that I can use with this, and use this as kind of the intro. Right, and then I'll work on creating the intro. But let's just get some drums. And I know exactly where I could get some drums. I know at least where I want to get the snare, right? Because future bass snares are very interesting. They can be a lot of fun. And there is a pack for future bass in this bundle. Let's see, where is it? Let's see, there's future house and bass right there, which this is good. Let me actually see what they have here. Bass one shots, drum shots. Let me see about this. See what sort of snares they have here. That one's good. That one's got a nice tail. Those are good drums. I may come back to those, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there was another package here. See if I can find it. Maybe I'm just blind. See, or maybe I'm just delusional. Maybe I thought there was something here that there wasn't. But there's definitely usable stuff. We could also check out the exclusive drums, because there are a lot in those as well, because there's a lot of exclusive stuff here. Snares and claps. Like I have like natural snares. That sound a little more real, like that. And there's hard and heavy snares. These would probably be too loud. Actually, that one's not bad. Yeah, some of these are a little heavy, more along the lines of like some heavier like dubstep or something like that. But I think I'm going to go back to the future house and bass pack right here and take one of these snares. Let's see. Where was it? Yeah, one shots. Here we are. And let's find the snare we like best. I like the tail of that, so I think what I'm going to do is create a pattern. I'm going to go in here, unsorted, and grab that, just throw that right there, and then I'm going to take one that I like, just the body of the snare. like that. I like the body of that snare. So now I'll have a snare body and a snare tail. And all I'm gonna do is right click here, go into audio editor. If I don't feel like routing it to a track, if I just want to do one thing here, then I can go into audio editor. See, internet sucks right now too. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Stream from another PC and use screen share. Well, if I had my other PC, I'd do that. See. Pause, resume, all is working fine. Okay, cool. Glad you were able to fix that up. Make some vocal chop. Definitely gonna make some vocal chop. Drum and bass. Oh yeah, definitely. We got a lot of drum and bass stuff in this bundle. It'd be awesome. How are we looking here? Looking good. All right. But now I want to go into this EQ, and I just want to take out this low end because all I want is the splash from this snare. Just want the splash, like that. All right, and maybe some of the transient. So I'll just accept it, and now it looks a little funky, but that's all we need, and we can drag it right back in there. So there we are, and now we have the body of this one, which we can probably just leave like that. And there's the future bass snare that we're going to use, and I think that sounds pretty good. I like that there's a little bit of tonality. Like that. Both of these will be routed into 2. I'm going to route the kicks into 1 and the snares into 2. So I'm just going to go in here and open a wave shaper because I just want to kind of pound it through a little bit. To make sure that it's nice and loud and nice and punchy. And this is our snare pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and rename this to, I'm going to go ahead and rename this to a snare. This is snare, and I'll color it blue. Yeah, that'll be fine. I like coloring the kick and the snare, it makes it easy to see. Let's see. I like that it has tone. Oh, wait, not that one. But I can fade it out a little bit. So it just goes immediately into the tail. Is that really Will from Ghosthack? It is. What's up, Esky? But now I need a kick. So I'm going to go ahead and take a kick from, let's see, where should I go? Yeah, I definitely want to go from the exclusive drums package here. Kicks. Let's find a good kick. Because we have some options here. We have 808 kicks, which I think I am going to use an 808 in this. Either I'll use an 808 or I'll make like a bass to go under the chords to take care of the sub. But let's take a soft, see what kind of soft and small kicks we have here. Right off the bat, that one's kind of good. I have to decide if I want it to be clicky and punchy or if I want it to be kind of softer and just kind of thump. Because those are kind of clicky down there. And I really like that first one. That first one actually sounded good. Quick render your MIDI to audio at the bottom of the phone. Say CPU. Yeah, if my CPU gets, my CPU is having trouble, like if it starts glitching, then I'll probably do that. I'll render things out, but I'm gonna try to have that not happen because I'd appreciate it if my computer could handle it. All right. So seeing as we made the snare pattern, I'm also just gonna go ahead and make the kick pattern. There isn't anything else. Oh, this is the snare pattern. Okay. So here's the kick pattern. Cool. And now let's oh, not make unique. I want to rename it. Keep deleting. Rename to kick, and I'm gonna color this guy red. Why do you prefer FL Studio? I learned it. I kind of like the way that it handles samples. It's kind of good for me when I'm doing my sound design. It has some pretty cool plugins. I've used like Ableton before, and Ableton's equally as good. It's just like I know everything in FL Studio, so it's very easy for me to work around it, and there's not really much that I've tried to do that I haven't been able to accomplish with the tools that they gave me. Hey, where's the kick? It's right there. Oh, it just needs to be loud. It just needs to be loud. So we're gonna do the same thing we did with the snare and open up a wave shaper. I do this with all my drums, and I'm just gonna bring up the wave. I'm gonna bring this peak up until it's as loud as it needs to be. We can't drive the kick quite as hard as we drove the snare, but I think that's okay. Phil has the fastest workflow. It depends on your workflow. You know what I'm saying? It really, really does depend on the artist. As far as the ability of things you can do in FL Studio, you can do, I mean, like I said, everything I've tried to do. But just depends on the kind of workflow you have. There's a lot of people who prefer other DAWs just because they're better at them, and I think that's a perfectly legitimate reason to like stick with them. I'll probably put a clap or like something else there. I won't repeat the snare. Could have a double kick. Yeah, that sounds kind of cool. And since it's the same pattern, we should be able to just repeat this. Yeah, that sounds good. Nice. All right. So there we go. We got chords, we got piano, and we got some drums. Let me throw some quick, some top sounds over the drums, like some hats and percussions here. We have hat and percussion loops, which I'm sure could work very well, especially if I like took one of these. Like that, and tried just throwing one over there. I actually might use that in the background. I just want this going in the background, and then I'm going to create kind of percussion sounds that aren't loops with these percussions right here. So we have closed hats, glitch percussions, open percussions. Real percussions and synth percussions are probably going to be the most useful. There's some good stuff in there. Actually, I'm going to take this right there. And I'm also going to take the snare. Sorry, I keep going back and editing things I've already done. I'm just hearing different things in my head right now. I'm going to take this guy, pitch it up. Wait a second. I'm getting confused.
Time will only tell.
Nice, and that kind of fits in with the chords, you know, whatever key that snare was hitting at fits with the chords. So I just want a percussion here to hit on every offbeat. That one's kind of nice. I like those two. I think I'm going to mix those in. It almost sounds like a ticking clock. I think I made a little percussion loop that sounds sort of like a ticking clock with these sounds. But I just want this to go right here. OTT the hi-hats 50%. I feel like I already did that like when I made this loop. Maybe I didn't, but I'll see what that sounds good when I get to the details. So I'm going to route these into their own channel. Any tips for an intermediate producer to finish songs? Should I give myself a time limit? I feel like I can never get it perfect, so I just waste time. I feel exactly the same. I have so many unfinished songs. I guess the point is that you have to understand that you don't have to get it perfect. I guess what you have to understand is you want specific spots in your track, just like the main hook or something, that you're very happy with. Like once you get something that very happy with, you can be generally happy with the rest of the track. It's okay to make something else and be like, yeah, that sounds generally good. Like I'm not super hyped about the entire thing from start to finish. There's just specific spots that you are happy with, and you want to use the rest of the things to highlight those spots. So if you have like half of the track done, or even like a quarter of the track done, you're like, this sounds really good, but nothing else I'm doing is quite at the same level. It's like just use the rest of the sounds to highlight those specific parts of the track, and that's what will kind of make a track good, because it'll help people remember that part that you were happy with. It's all about that one good idea that hits right at that one moment. Just kind of amplify that using the other sounds. These vocals available somewhere? Yes, these are vocals from the Ultimate Producer Bundle 2020. There's a link in the description. You can go to the Ghosthack website. You can check it out. It's available now, and there are a lot of other vocals that come along with it. Let's see. I'm going to route these guys into... Where should I route them? I'm just going to route them into 3. I should probably also route the future bass chords into somewhere as well, and the piano. But I'm just going to lower this right here. So it isn't quite as jarring, and then we'll add some reverb. And they're both panned a little bit to one side because they were recorded stereo. So I'm going to take one and I'm going to swap the stereo. They're royalty free. Yup, they are royalty free. Yeah, it sounds good. It's just a nice layer. Maybe people won't quite notice that. But now let me route the chords into a track. I'm just going to go ahead and route the chords into 20. Let's see, 20. And I'll route these chords into 21, so they have 2 separate ones. And then the hi-hat loop goes into 4. 2, 3, 4. I was going a little too hard into that limiter there. So I want to make sure with these future... Oh, wait, the piano. I forgot to route the piano into a track. Because I probably am going to use it, even though I was just having it as a placeholder. So let's route the piano just into 19. So we're all organized. Want to make sure that these chords are EQ'd properly, basically just meaning that they're high-passed. Because I definitely need to make room for the low frequencies here. Yeah, see, these chords aren't particularly strong, but they layer so well with these. Are you changing your format before you record your hi-hats? Let's see, are you just doing it in MIDI? I'm just doing it in MIDI, right? If I make a hi-hat sound, I'm going to go into MIDI, and then I'm going to draw it in with the MIDI notes. Do you have a limiter on your master? I shouldn't do that. I just have a limiter on my master just for the stream, to make sure that I don't have clipping going into the stream, and every now and then I'm going to go in and check to make sure I'm not pounding through the limiter too hard. I just brought the time variables down. Normally when I'm working on my own projects, I don't really do that. It's just kind of a stream thing. And then I'm going to... should I go ahead and make a vocal chop loop? I feel like that would be fun. I feel like before I deal with the intro and the rest of the vocals, I'm going to use this vocal to make a quick vocal chop loop, and then we'll start tackling the intro and stuff like that, and then we can build from there. So in order to make a little vocal chop loop, at least how I want to play it, I want to play it kind of like a melody. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to edit in Audio Editor, and boom, here we are. I just have to find a spot in these vocals where it's just kind of holding a note.
Time will only tell.
Like I could use that bit.
If you'll be on my side,
This one is very good.
I
really think I may use that.
alright. Do you want me? Can you let you are the worry? But you never call me when you want me. But you never even said you're sorry.
Yeah, she doesn't go too much higher in any other part, so I think I'm just going to take this. Just because it's so clean. Ah, it's so clean just right there.
I only tell.
Just like that. Also, if you can get a good vocal spot that has a little slide up at the beginning, like it's not just a, it has a little slide. That's extremely useful. I highly recommend you can find a spot like that. Just make it nice and short. Let's fade this out. I don't necessarily want that spot. So I'm going to open this volume envelope little thing right here. It's volume automation, and just make this right here. And then I'm going to drag this in just as an instrument, and it should open up in a sampler format. So we go unsorted, drag it in, boom. Nice. All right, that's a good piece to work with. So the next thing I want to do is I want to go into this volume envelope tab under this. I want to turn on the envelope, bring the attack down, hold up, decay down, sustain down. Basically, I want to just make a little block, right? So I can go, and then it stops as soon as I lift my hand up, like that, so I can do little short notes. Let's see, what key is this in? Like, what key is this one sample in? This is in D, so what we're gonna have to do is just right click on D, and there we go, now it's in key. And this will sound a lot better once we have, like, you know, some reverb and delay and stuff like that. It's gonna sound pretty juicy. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna make sure that we have a little low to mid frequencies there, and I'm going to go into actually the future bass pattern. I'm going to go into this chord pattern, and I'm going to write the vocal melody, and then I'm going to take the melody into another pattern just because I want to hear just the chords and the vocals. To write something here. No good on the keyboard. I'm just going to click it down. I have an idea of what I want to do. If you want to know the key of the chapter, use right click on the sampling, Edison, region, pitch region. That is true. That is true. I could do that. I'm just so used to clicking it out on the keyboard. I automatically just go to that, and then I just right click the key that I usually do. But that is a good way to do it as well. I keep wanting to go down to something like that, but I have to do that here. Oh, I'll have to figure this out. I can't hear this without reverb. I need there to be just like a little bit of reverb. It needs to sound juicy. All right, so I'm gonna route this into 18. I don't particularly know why, but I'm just gonna open Serum Effects and use the delay and reverb in this because it sounds very nice. So delay. Let's use Lush preset. So I have it on 1/8 and then 1/8 dot. It's just on normal. And then reverb. A lot of verb. And maybe multi-band compression. That could be cool. Drop it all down an octave. I can try that. It might sound a little strange. Let's see. Can I send you a link? Your track of... Wait. Can I send you a link of me and get some feedback? I may do a feedback stream at some point. That could be interesting. That might be a fun thing to do. Just do a feedback stream on YouTube. But right now I'm just working on the track we have. Yeah, we might do a feedback stream soon. Vocodex. I could use Vocodex. I love Vocodex. I always use it in unconventional ways, though. I don't know if it would sound great on these vocals, though. Okay, that sounds a little better once I put the G there. Maybe I could just do that. Oh, I have a question. How to create wavetables for Serum like Seamless R with vocoder. Well, I'm not sure exactly the process that you're speaking of. I've seen him make wavetables before. He probably just makes a vocoder base and then renders that as a wavetable. There's a lot of different ways you could do that. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on that in the future. Tutorial should be coming out soon about turning like your vocals, like your voice, into a wavetable. That might come out pretty soon. A tutorial on that. But yeah, maybe I'll do more table tutorials. There's no conventional way to use vocoder. Zed uses it differently. Yeah, I guess it's true. Like a conventional way to use a vocoder, you know, because it's sort of meant for specific purposes. But Vocodex is so weird that I feel like they made it knowing that people weren't going to use it. How it, like it was made to be used. Maybe manipulator on the vocal chop. Don't think I have that. Got a question. Could slide notes make the chop awesome? Could make the chop awesome. It could. Maybe I could try that. I'm not sure how clean it would end up being, though. That does sound cool. I could definitely add that in the loop. I think what I'm going to do is once I finish the melody, then I could do something like that. But that is a good idea. It is definitely a good idea. I can use slide notes. And now let's drag these here. And we're going to have to change up the melody a lot because it probably does not work. Completely different chords. You can see how it doesn't line up. Yeah, it's completely different stuff. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to write a whole new thing because it's not, it doesn't match up the same way. It's completely different chords. See, how long have you been making music in FL Studio? Since I was 13. So, math. Yeah, about like 5 or 6 years. I love FL Studio. What version are you using? I believe this is the most up-to-date version. This is FL Studio 2020. Very nice. Use the pitcher. Could use the pitcher. I don't know. If I feel like the note needs tuning, then I can sort of just tune the sample instead of necessarily the whole loop if I feel like it's a little out of tune. And it's not beautifully in tune, like it's not perfectly 100% on pitch, because people, usually don't sing that way. But I'm kind of okay with it. I like how it's just like sort of a little bit strange. It sounds natural. Yeah, I'm just making a new pattern here. Yeah, I might just leave it like that. Yeah, I might add a little gap there to just kind of work with the gap that's working at the end there. So I'll copy that. Don't know what the heck I'm saying. I cut it off and then add it to a new pattern, and we can add it just below as its own thing. So there we are. Well, that didn't work. Well, I did something wrong here. Oh, did I accidentally cut the wrong thing? No. Wait. Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't even paste it. Never mind. Psh. All right, and now that we have that down, I need to do more mixing and more side chaining and stuff like that. That's definitely going to happen, but I just want to, yeah, I need to work on this intro because we've been going a lot longer than I thought I had, and I want to make sure that I make progress on this guy.
You only call me when you want me, but you never.
So I'm going to go ahead and affect these vocals. Let's throw these vocals into, let's see, where are these actually? Where do I want to put these? I'll throw them at the end. I'll put them into like 30. So this one's in 30, and this one is going to go into 31.
You only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry. You only call me when you.
So here's the main vocal. So the first thing I think I want to do here is I want to, man, it sounds so clean. I don't even think it needs too much. I just want to go into Serum Effects and add like reverb and stuff like that. Awesome melody. Thanks. Let's see. My FO randomly started cutting from the playlist after I hit cut in the channel rack. Any idea why? I don't know. Started cutting from the playlist. Well, if that was the only thing you had in the like if that was the only thing you had in the playlist, then I think it might cut that out. And I'm not quite sure of the situation you're talking about, but that is definitely strange. I'm not sure. How to bass 100. He used Harmer, the modulator, and he's just the carrier, but I don't know how to create tables. So sweep. Oh yeah, because he did create the monster tables. He created all the spectral tables. He did. I'm assuming he used the bass like as a vocoder, sort of as the traditional use of a vocoder. It's not really the traditional use, but like the way where you have one sound as a carrier and one sound as a modulator, and you kind of mix them together, and that's probably what he used to import the tables and make them that way. I haven't seen the video, so I'm not exactly sure of that process, but I expect he just started with that. And thanks for doing this. You're welcome. Hey. Since New Year's. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad you're liking the packs. Cost the whole playlist instead of the mini notes. Whew, I don't know about that one, buddy. That one's a weird one. I'm sorry. I wish I could help you with that. I haven't heard of something like that happening.
Hey, you only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry. I'm done thinking that you are the one, 'cause all of these emotions got me coming undone.
It's too quick. Maybe 1/4.
Hey, you only call me when you...
I'm gonna take off the dot. Let me reset that. Maybe 1/4 and 1/8 on ping pong.
Hey, you only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you have an Instagram? I do, but I don't post much. You can follow me Rubix_music, but Rubix is spelled with a C. That was just my old artist name. Haven't posted in a while, to be honest. I'm not too active on social media as of right now. But yeah, the Ghosthack Instagram as well. You can follow that. I didn't know if you were talking about me or Ghosthack, but yeah, you can follow the Ghosthack Instagram. The link is in the chat right now.
Hey, you only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry.
Ah, it sounds beautiful.
Hey, you only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry.
I'm actually gonna do a thing real quick where I add a little bit of distortion. Soft clip maybe.
Hey, you only call me when you want me, but...
And then I'm just gonna high pass it.
Hey, you only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry.
So it sounds really trashy.
Hey, you only call me when you want me, but you never...
And then just mix it in. So there's a little more aggression, just a little more bite to the vocals.
Hey, you only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry.
The stream will be archived.
Hey, you only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry.
So now I'm going to right click, go file, and then save mixer to track state as, but I'm not gonna click it, I'm gonna drag it right onto 31. So now we have the exact same channel for the backup.
You only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry.
Maybe a little more on the distortion there.
You only call me when you want me, but...
And also I'm going to use the chorus. I'm going to use the chorus in Serum Effects. I have this little preset here that has really tight delays.
You only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry.
I'm just going to mix that in so there's a little bit of space.
Hey, you only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry.
So there we are. And that sounds so bad because there's no bass in it, right? I'm going to make sure to add like sub bass. Just tune in. Where did you get those vocals? It's from the Ultimate Producer Bundle 2020. Link is in the description. You can go check it out there. There's a bunch of stuff other than just vocals as well. There's tons of stuff. You'll probably hear me say that a lot during this stream. But I need to focus on this. So let me make sure I have these chords down.
Time will only tell if you'll be on my side. I was under a spell.
So what I want to do is just chop it up like I did right there, and then I'll create the melody. I don't have to create the chords to fit this one specific part. I don't have to create a whole new chord progression.
Time will only tell.
Let me see how this works.
Time will only tell if... Time will only tell if you'll be on my side. I was under a spell.
Let's see, these don't really work, so let me take those out. And let's just use the other ones.
I was under a spell. But
Wait a second. I can use this.
I was under a spell.
Yeah, there it is.
Time will only tell.
This is just like cookie cutter chords. I have all the chords that I made in the other one, and I'm chopping them up and I'm fixing together to make a whole new chord loop. I actually don't do this much. This is fun.
Time will only tell if you'll be on my side. I was under a spell, but I'ma be alright. You're alright, alright, but I'ma be alright.
Please the note 1 octave down. Which note? Which note do you mean? Let's see. I watched a tutorial about it. I'm inspired from your videos about dubstep. Thank you. Ashamed. I'm from Russia. I talk as I can. No, it's fine. You don't have to worry about it at all. English looks good. English looks good. But yeah, I mean, I like making tutorials, and I like wavetables, and I like making wavetable tutorials. Maybe I'll do more in the future. That could be pretty fun. Making wavetables is a fun process. It really is. It can be frustrating, you know, because it's a little tricky, but if you know how to do it, it really is a fun process. You can make some good stuff. But I just kind of stitched myself together some chords here.
Time will only tell if you'll be on my side. I was under a spell, but I'ma be alright.
Now I just have to make sure that these chords work with the next bit as well.
Only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry. I'm done thinking that you are the one, 'cause all of these emotions got me coming undone.
Yeah. Alright, cool. And this works here as well. It should.
What do you want from me? What do you want from me, huh? Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be, huh?
Yeah, that works cool. That works out pretty good. I'm happy with that. So now what I can do is I can just take these files, bring them down here to an empty channel, and right click and merge pattern clips. There we are. So now we have our own little chord pattern that's slightly different from the drop pattern. You guys have more tutorials on your YouTube or website? Definitely, 100%. We have a lot of tutorials on this page, and we're coming out with more tutorials all the time. Did you learn music theory? I've never taken a music theory class in my life. I kind of learned the little bit that I do know is just kind of self-taught, and I just sort of figured out what sounds good. If I play a chord and I'm like, nope, that sounds good, then I just delete it and kind of figure out in my head what I think what I'm imagining in my brain, because I imagine it sounding beautiful in my brain. I have to just get it from here to there. That's the tricky part, but I've gotten pretty decent at that, so it's kind of helped, and it's doesn't mean that I have to know a ton of music theory in order to make chord progressions, especially if I already have vocals that kind of have a progression. So the Reese, please the Reese. The Reese. I don't have any Reeses yet. I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Time will only tell if you'll be on my side.
But I do have to change up this piano because it's not the piano I want. So let's just pick a different one. I really like Indie Preacher. It's very nice, but I could use something. That one's interesting. Let me see. Nah, it's too messy. It's very messy. I could probably unmess it up, but I like Indie Preacher. It sounds so beautiful. I'm gonna keep it like that in the intro.
Time will only tell if you'll be on my side. I was under a spell.
Really good, my friend. Very impressed with your workflow. Thank you. I appreciate it. You release your own songs. I mainly Ghosthack producing. I do most of my music work through Ghosthack. That's where the vast majority of my creativity goes. I do release some music as Rubik's. That's like the Rubik's Cube, but it's spelled with a C instead of a K. You can find a little bit of my stuff on other platforms, but my releases have been kind of slow. It's doing a lot of Ghosthack. Made a really good song. I think it's worth selling to a musician or a company. Is it copyrighted by the software? Oh, like if you made a song using Ghosthack samples? No. You won't have any problem with that. Our samples are royalty free for commercial productions. So if like I made this track using just a crap ton of Ghosthack samples and sounds and stuff like that, I could release this as my own track. Like you wouldn't have a problem with that if you did what I was doing now using the samples. That wouldn't be an issue at all.
Time will only tell.
So now I want an impact. So let me get some sound effects here. Shockwave effects would be interesting. See, these are a little eerie and kind of strange and like warped sounding. What's the one I just played? Ah. I don't want the slide in. I just want the crunchy impact right here. Ah, it's beautiful. I love it.
Time will only tell.
But it needs a lot of reverb.
Time will only tell.
So for sound effects, I'm just kind of throwing these wherever I want just because I want to make progress here.
Time will only tell.
So now I just need a lot of this. And then I'm gonna just cut the, or not cut the high end, roll it off. It's a little messy right there. Let's kind of high pass it a little bit, just so I have a nice organic sounding impact. It sounds beautiful.
Time will only tell. Time will only tell. If you'll be on my side, I was under a spell. But I'ma be alright. You only call me when you alright. You only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry. I'm done thinking that you are the one, 'cause all of these
Alright, and I want an ARP. This would be very nice to like have an ARP that's rising in. So I'm gonna take these chords, I'm gonna create a new pattern, or I'm gonna make it unique, that is. And I'm going to pull up an ARP. I'm just gonna pull up Serum and maybe I can find a good ARP preset. That'd be nice. But I can copy this and paste that there and then cut that. So now we have it in Serum. So it sounds terrible. And now let's see what we can get here. Let's see, or do we necessarily need to? Let me see. Trance presets for Serum. We can get like a trance ARP. That'd be awesome. Let's see, it's pluck. Yeah, I want to see what kind of plucks we have here, because then I can make an ARP out of that. Well, there we go. There's a really good one right off the bat. One's very harmonic. I like that one a lot. Let's see if we can make it an ARP. Oh yeah, this one is great. I'm definitely using this. We got some stuff here. Let's see, will there be extra sound file packages like adding packs? Extra sound file packages. There are limited time bonuses, but those will not remain for too long. Those are just temporary. One of your vocal packs to make a track. It's been great. Thanks. You're welcome. Definitely welcome. While mixing, what should be the LUFS master before rendering, especially for future bass? No problem. I tend to keep my LUFS at if I can get it to around 5. That's where I like to keep it for like loudness. You know what I'm saying? Don't sacrifice quality for loudness, but if you can keep the quality and you can make it as loud as like -5, that's a very nice area to be in. Use scales in FL Studio or samples, pick it from scratch. Let's see. Scales in FL Studio or samples, pick it from scratch. I create with the mini post-processing. A little bit of distortion. How about you? I guess both. Like I make my own stuff in FL Studio, and I pick around from samples. I do sort of both. Like I make samples as well, so I'll use some that I've made as well. But yeah, I sort of do both. If that's your question. I don't have a specific rack that I necessarily use for something, but I'm not quite sure I understand the question, but equalizers, compressors, and distortions. It's hard to go wrong with that no matter what you're using it on. Headphones you're using. What the heck headphones am I using? Oh yeah, this is the the DT770 Studios. This is by Barodynamic. I knew it was by Barodynamic. I just need to make sure which ones I was using. They're very nice. I've seen Black Marvin use these in his streams a lot. They're some of my favorite headphones. The 770s or the 990s. Like either one of those is very nice. Wondering if you like to listen to my bootleg of T-shirt by Migos. Maybe I'll do a feedback stream in the future. That would be interesting, where you could send me any tracks of like any genre. That'd be really nice. That'd be a fun thing to do. So maybe we could do that in the future, and then I could have a listen to it. But right now I'm just working on the track. A knife in the head of an experienced chef does magic. Appreciate you. Put this last night. Awesome. Hope you're happy with it. You could import scene preset just like that. Yeah, if you drag it right into the wavetable, it works out pretty well. It really does work out pretty well. Do you necessarily need to master your tracks? I've heard of some producers who just have good mixes and don't end up mastering their tracks than some basic EQing. If you're that good, then props to you. I don't exactly know their thing. All I know is that some kind of compression and limiting just to make it loud at the end is kind of important thing. Even if that's your basic mastering chain, is just making it loud and you just nail the mix beautifully, just making sure that it all comes together and you're at 0 dB and it's just all leveled out. That's what I would say. That's probably what their mastering chains are at that point, is just maybe like one limiter, but that's a crazy amount of skill. All right, I like this, but there's like a little bit of low end, so I'm going to route this into its own thing. See, 17. Yeah, there's some low end pluck there. And now I'm going to automate the cutoff. So let's highlight this area and let's go into Serum, and I'm going to click this knob. And I'm going to move the cutoff around, and then I'm going to right click here and create automation clip. So now we're controlling that knob. Let's go right up. I think this stream is going a little longer than I meant for it to. Let's see. Yeah, it's going on a little long, so I'm just going to try to make some progress. I'm going to try to pay attention to the chat as well, just because I want to answer you guys' questions and see you guys' comments, but I want to make some progress here.
Time will only tell if you'll be on my side. I was under a spell, but I'ma be alright.
Basically, what I'm hearing is past this midway point, or about like right there, it sounds pretty much the same. So I'm going to take about here. And I'm going to copy this value. And then I'm going to go into here, and on the max tab, I'm going to right click and paste the value at 60%. So now this right here is max value. You can see when the automation clip is all the way up, almost at the top, this is where the Serum knob is at 60% right there, because that's where I feel like it's pretty much capped out. So now I can do fun stuff like this. It's very loud. And I could add another reverb.
I'm done thinking. Time will only tell if you'll be on my side. I was under a spell, but I'ma be alright. You only.
Maybe I could lower it down an octave.
Time will only tell if you'll be on my side. I was under a spell.
Let's see. TA, homie plays Minecraft. Yep. Haven't logged in there in a while, but yep, I do. Is it neat? Okay. Trying to make an arpeggio. The time at 2, the range 2, direction up or down. I could mess with the range. I forgot that the range was a thing. Let me see. Oh. Yeah, that's actually good. There's extra time to go up. I appreciate that. Are you sometimes struggling to finish a track because you want to make every part of it totally perfect, 100%? Those are negative thoughts. You gotta throw those out. You know, all of your track doesn't have to be 100% perfect. I know you want it to be. I know I want it to be on a lot of my stuff as well, but it's just not the case. You don't want it to be 100% amazing all the way through, because you know, then you really have nothing to focus on, right? You want to make the parts you want to focus on really, really great, and the other parts to highlight that. It's all about a balance. Find this live broadcast on the channel. This broadcast will be uploaded afterward. Yeah. Sounds good. But mastering ones sometimes make it sound a bit better, especially when it helps reducing dynamic range. Yeah, in many cases, mastering does make it sound better. It obviously depends on how you master. I think that's the point of a mastering chain. If you make it sound coherent and kind of all together as one mix, the mastering chain can really help with that. If you mess up the master, it can ruin it. Just make sure that you're not sacrificing quality for like loudness. Is the offer in tonight? Also, would you recommend this pack for a film composer, or do you think you're better buying one of the cinematic packs? For a film composer, I'd probably lean towards a cinematic pack. There's a little more stuff in here for musicians, but the offer should be passed tonight. As far as the bonus packs, that's just based on the amount of people that buy the pack. So I don't know when that's going to end, but you should be fine for tonight. Master like masters do. Nice. Come on, man, I'm still watching. Yeah, I gotta get a move on. Thanks for your free samples. You're welcome. Yeah, I gotta make progress.
I was under a spell. You only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry. But I'ma be alright. You only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry.
Can I make sure that flows correctly?
What do you want from me? What do you want from me, huh? Why can't you let me be? Why don't time will only tell? What do you want?
Okay, now there's something missing here.
What do you want from me? What do you?
So I definitely need to finish this little drop thing that I do, and then I'll perfect the intro. I'll try to get this as smooth as possible within the time limit. This piano, it needs to fade out.
What do you?
Because piano it really fills out the mix a lot, and I want to make sure that it fades out before it gets to the drop, so it doesn't make the drop sound kind of empty.
What do you want? What do you want from me? What do you?
So I'm going to create an automation clip for this high pass. I'm going to high pass the piano out of the mix. Just like that.
You want from me, huh? Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be, huh?
Yeah, a lot of work needs to be done here. Little reverb here. Maybe a little bit of the dreaded sound goodizer. I'm definitely that producer. It's time to make an 808 pattern real quick. Let's see. Or maybe sub bass. Let me see what else we have in Ultimate Producer Bundle. Let's see, lo-fi hip hop. Go into the exclusive drums because there's 808s in here and the kicks. Whew, these are thick. I like that this has an overtone. But maybe I'll choose something a little cleaner like that. So, unsorted. Actually, I want this in pattern 5. So there we are. And we have to make sure that it's on this thing that we did before with the other vocal chop, is that we make it a little block. So it'll stop right there. And then this is in the key of F. So if you go in here and right click the key of F, now we're playing in key. So C is right in tune. So let's make this melody. But let's make it a lot higher than it needs to be. All right, sorry I'm not talking too much. I'm just trying to get this out. And let's have it sort of slide up and around. Let's see. So I make these long, make these a little longer, so they overlap. And then, let's see. Turn on Porta. No, mono. Yeah, like that. Let's see. Where can I get hook vocal for my track? Well, there are vocals included in this Ultimate Producer Bundle 2020. There's a lot of them, other than just this one. Put the mono adding to the rest. 16 gigabytes. Nice. Loving all your work, you guys do loving the stream. Thank you. We really appreciate it. We really do. Change up the ARP. That's weird. No, I'll work with the ARP. And albums. Can you create dubstep drums? Let's see here. See, maybe I could do a tutorial on dubstep drums. That'd be fun. Do cinematics, which is my area. Cinematics would also be cool. I don't do too much of that, but that would be a fun genre to work with. Bought 20 bundle. I actually don't. I haven't seen those numbers yet. Haven't quite looked at them. How cool you're doing. Thanks. See, what are we working with here? I forget. That's a C. It's A sharp. maybe just go ahead and pitch this up like 24. So we can bring this down a couple octaves and we can compare it to the chords. Yeah. Yeah, and now let's see if this works as a low melody. It works, but I have to make it shorter. It doesn't have to be overpowering, so let's copy this, let's cut it, and let's add it to a new pattern.
Can you let me be, huh?
Alright, and now I need just a couple of like cymbals or something like that, because I really want to make sure that I complete this in a timely manner. Let's see, and that I really just make some progress, and then I'll look at the chat and answer some questions a little bit more. Let's see, featured house and bass. Let's see what we have here. Maybe there are some like cymbal one shots I can get. So we got rides, which are very important. I think I will. I think I'll take this ride right here, and I'm going to just duplicate it. Let's see. Maybe cut that front so it's not as loud, like it doesn't have as much of a transient. Actually, maybe I can trim it to like this size. Yeah, I just want that, and now it's trimmed right to the grid that we're on. And I got a sidechain. I'm going to take care of the sidechaining because that's also a very important thing, and it's something that's keeping the drop from sounding very energetic. So these will go into 5 right here. Very inspiring. Thanks, Frank. I do like to make mid basses. I feel like a lot of my basses are mid basses, and then I just add low layers. But I had the bundle yesterday. I'm working through it. Nice sounds. Even stuff for cinematic tracks. Great. I've paid more and gotten less. All sounds are killer quality as far as volume and resolution. Awesome. I'm glad you're happy with it. Content of the reggaeton package. Yeah. Hold up. Let's see. You might guarantee if it doesn't fit me. We do indeed. Reggaeton and pop vocals. Yeah. We do, and actually I may be able to use some sounds from that. Let's see, where is it? Let's see, yeah, we have some demo songs. There's bass shots. I don't think. Nah, not for future bass. I'm not gonna make those. So we have some construction kits. I could maybe use a cymbal loop or something from here, because they're all from like full drum loops. It isn't really the BPM that I need, so I'm not going to mess around with those. But maybe they have some shots that I could use. They have percussions. Sound very nice. Do they have any drum fills? Let's see, there's drum loops. Oh, there's vocal shots. Those could be nice synth shots, maybe? Yeah, we could use that as an ARP instead. But I actually like the way the cutoff works in this ARP. That'll be a little bit different. It does have serum presets though. Definitely does. But see, construction kits, demo songs, inspirational loops. And then in the construction kits is where you'll find like the vocals as well. Like there you have like the acapellas. Let's see, vocals. They're long files, so they won't necessarily play in this right here. But you have like the full mixes of things. And all the acapellas that you hear in those these construction kits come with the pack as well. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna use any there. I just have to get the side chaining. I need it. So I'm going to make a little quick side chaining bus. I'm just gonna take an empty track, and I'm going to let's see, channel routing, or no, dock to. There it is. Yeah. I'm gonna dock to the right. So now it's just chilling on the right all the time. I'm just gonna call this sidechain. Boom. And everything I want sidechain is going to run through here. So these are going to run through here, route to this track only. These are definitely going to run to this track. I don't have the 808 running through anything yet. These are definitely going to get sidechained. Let's see. I guess I'll sidechain these as well, just in case they hit right on that, or not sidechain to this track, but route to this track only. I was gonna sidechain the 808, but it seems to work so well. I probably should, just because everyone really should, but I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it for right now, and then I'll maybe sidechain it later. We're making future bass with the Ultimate Producer Bundle 2020. How to describe it? You can create a dance plug, take a strong percussion with an EQ, take peaks, inspection, and record it. I'm going to show an example. I'm not sure. For the sake of time, I'm just going to stick to what I have right now, just because I can make progress. But I'm sure what you're thinking of could be pretty cool as well. I was on the early list, hoping to get the bonus packs. It seems like you will. Yeah, Control B to duplicate. Exclusive drums, vocals, hip hop, kids, me. Got these three actually. Yeah. There are bonus packs for limited time. And now for sidechaining, I'm going to go into this track, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a limiter, and I'm going to bring the ceiling up to nothing, so it's not going to compress at all. Then I'm going to create an automation clip for this gain. Also, I'm going to turn the release down a little bit. But now that, oh wow, I made it as a whole product. Great. I do that accidentally all of the time. And I'm just going to create a little shape right here. just a sidechain shape. I'm just going to start with this. So that's a little sidechain shape, and now I'm going to go into the kick and the snare pattern. So for the kick pattern, I'm going to find that little sidechain that I made, or that automation that I made. I'm going to click it right there. So it's going to trigger that shape that I just made every time that the kick hits, because it's hitting in the kick pattern. And then same for the snare pattern. So let's see how this works. Like a charm. And now we have to make sure that the pattern is actually like a, that is actually like a good shape, because it's not that good yet. I'm gonna throw sound goodizer on this as well, just because I'm that producer. Yeah, now it's pumping a little bit more. It doesn't sound so dry and boring.
Why can't you let me be, huh?
Should make the second drop 2 times longer. Yeah, if I have time for a second drop. Should have risers this. Definitely, 100%. I'm definitely going to add those. I don't know how to use it yet. It takes time. It's not necessarily the easiest program to learn. There's a lot of different intricacies, but just watching people work in FL Studio is probably the best teacher. At least it was for me when I was first starting. Best edition program to use them. GarageBand for start works for it. Yeah, GarageBand will work for all the samples and MIDI files. If you have Serum, then you can open the Serum presets. Like the Serum presets we have would require Serum. If you have Serum in like GarageBand, if you can get it in there, not on mobile, but on like your computer, then the Serum presets will also work. But the audio files and MIDI files will be compatible without Serum as well if you're using GarageBand. I'm hearing something else. What am I hearing? I'm hearing a crash cymbal. I need a crash cymbal. I definitely need that. Where can I get a crash cymbal here? I'm sure I can get plenty. Maybe there's a couple in Urban Trap that I can use. Let's see, one shot cymbals, yeah. This one's very nice. I also really like that cymbal. Just that right there. Okay, let's fix this intro. Well, let's build up. I'm going to add some risers and stuff to the build up. So I don't think maybe there are some useful stuff here. Let's see. These are all sort of short risers, at least most of these. So I am, however, going to take the sub bass drop because I like that.
What do you want from me? What do you want from me, huh?
And then maybe I can take a downlifter. And use that as some sort of riser. So let's reverse this. Cool. and see if this works. This may be very loud. It seems like it's very loud.
What do you want from me? Why can't you let me be, huh? What do you want from me? What do you want from me, huh? Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be, huh?
Yeah, I'll use that as a little riser. This would be a splash.
What do you want from me? What do you want? Time will only tell. Alright, you only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry. I'm done. What do you want from me? Done.
And then
Done. What do you want from me?
we need like a reverse sample here. Need to take a what could be good? Maybe a cymbal. Yeah, something like this. Something that's short. Uh-oh. Yeah, just like that. And it'll happen right there.
Done. What do you want from me?
Beautiful.
What do you want?
And I'll also add this right here.
Done. Let me be, huh?
It needs the ARP. Let's see. But not this pattern. It's going to be this pattern. But I'm going to make it unique, and I'm just going to translate these chords into the ARP. So I'll copy this and then paste that there, and then cut these. And in this case, yeah, I'm actually just going to glue these together. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but just going to delete these guys and make sure that they get gone because I want it to be just held. I want the chords and the ARP to be just held. Or the chords that the ARP is playing here. So if I go like this. Let's go like this and make this kind of go back and forth like this. Nice. That kind of cleaned up the ARP a little bit. Sound goodizer for everything. What's the one thing every song must have for it to be solid? Sound. There's no one way to do it. I'm not sure what I guess a good band of frequencies, but even then it's like, even if you don't have many frequencies, there are like really chill songs that I've heard that are still good that aren't really full in the frequency spectrum. But that's what I would recommend, just kind of filling out the frequency spectrum with instruments. Let's see, I've been calling downlifter down filter because one of my first free sample packs had a down filter. Oh, okay. Well, either way, I'm sure people understand what you are saying when you say downlifter or down filter. Use Logic Pro X. I personally don't. I know people who do, and it's a very good program. 2 times longer. Yeah, I don't think I have time to make that much longer of a drop. I'm just getting done what I can get done in the time frame that I'm working with right now. How am I? Yeah, I'm getting close to 2 hours, so I'm gonna try to just make some progress on here to kind of wrap this up good. A key tip when you're mixing your chords though is kind of take out a little bit in the 2 kHz range. if you have a vocal or a vocal chop like I'm doing. Because that's going to kind of leave a little bit of space for the vocal to sit.
Why can't you let me be, huh? Be, huh? Why can't you let me be, huh?
And I want to take the reverb and delay, and I really want to just drown these vocals in it right in this one moment.
Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be, huh? Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me?
Yeah, so now other good thing about Serum Effects, I can just use these macros, right? I can create a macro.
Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be?
See, does that not work? Wait a minute. Oh wait, I think I have to add note latch.
Why can't you let me be?
Yeah, there we go. For some reason I have to add the note latch for the macros, but hey.
Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be?
I'll keep the harmony kind of dry like it is, but I just want to create an automation clip for that macro right there. So I can have this vocal kind of drown out.
Why can't you let me be? Can you let me be? Why can't you let me be?
Alright, and let's just nail this. I keep going through trying to hear different things, but I just need to focus on this right here.
What do you want from me? What do you want from me, huh?
And I think what I want to do is take this vocal loop.
What do you want?
And I need to kind of affect this a little bit differently. Just for this one spot. So I just want to take a filter. Should already have been kind of doing this before. Alright, should have been doing this before. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying to take low pass filter is what I need. That's the point of this little maneuver. So I can do that action. So let's create an automation clip and then kind of fade this in. See how this sounds. It may clash with the vocal.
What do you want from me, huh? Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be?
Yeah, it clashes with the vocal a little bit, so there's something else I'm gonna have to do here. I'm gonna have to take right in this area and just bring it down a lot. So we don't have the clashing frequencies right there. So I'm just going to create this automation clip as well. And I made it the size of the whole project. Didn't want to do that. I just want to clip. I just want to clip it right here. And we're going to do a similar thing. And that means we can increase this a little bit.
What do you want from me, huh? Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be, huh?
Cut everything one bar before the drop. Should I go one bar? don't know. It's... What if I just cut it right there? That could be fun. I could just do one small little fill, because fills take up time, right? And I'm just trying to be responsible with my time here. And maybe I could take just a little fill. I can find some fill in here that I can throw right in that area. If I remember correctly, there should be some good ones. Future House Anthems, did that have it? No, that was a different thing. There are some fills in this pack. I just have to remember where they are. There's breakbeats. Not the right tempo, but maybe I can stretch it. Oh, never mind. It stretched for me. Yeah, there it is. There it is. I wasn't feeling it, but I felt it then. So let's kind of fade this in. Let's route this into its own thing. Meaning 7. My routing system is not usually this disorganized. Just for time's sake. I'm gonna cut it right here. Uh-oh. And then we'll have reverb. Just a little bit of extra room. And then we'll have this cut with the side chain. Reverse kick, pre-kick. That's a good idea. That's definitely a good idea. Reverb versus kick. I don't know if I'm gonna add reverb. That would be more of like a reverse impact or something like that. I just want a kick that I can add reverse to. So I'm going to go into exclusive drums, kicks, and then maybe a natural kick. Something like this might be a little less jarring than like a super heavy kick. Yeah, I like that. That might be good. Yeah, if I line this up correctly. Yeah, it sounds good. Maybe I can EQ it a little bit. What is note latch in Serum Effects? It's basically, from how I understand, I don't exactly know why it's called note latch, but it allows it to kind of understand what's going on in the rest of the DAW. Like if I wanted to use the LFOs in Serum Effects, then I hit note latch and it'll know like when a note is being played, right? And it can trigger then, and like it's kind of just a smart way for Serum Effects to know what's happening in the rest of the DAW. So that's probably why I needed to create an automation clip. Or to create a macro, that is.
Undone. What do you want from me? What do you want from me, huh? Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be?
I do need to add some drums in this build up though. So I'm going to take these right here. I'm just going to kind of scatter these around. This project is very scattered right now. It's not super organized. I'm just laying things down.
Undone. What do you want from me? Want from me?
Yeah, these are going to get faded in. And I like FL Studio because it adds a little cutoff, like a low pass filter automatically right there. That's really good for fade in. So I can just create an automation clip. I can just fade this in as time goes on.
Under me, huh? Why can't you let me be?
make it half sign.
What do you want? What do you want from?
Yeah, like that. And then we'll get like some snares and stuff like that. These exclusive drums are pretty good for that.
Why can't you let me be? What do you want from? Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be?
Yeah, we have to get some kind of snare here. Maybe a small snare. I think it'd probably be good.
Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me?
Magic. Reverse K, pass reverb. Thanks for info. Serum, a $189 program. Can you please send me a link? It is to buy. It is a little bit pricey. It's $189. Although you get like lifetime free updates along with Serum Effects when it comes to that. But Splice also has a rent to own system. Do you have any free packs? Yeah, there should be some on our site. Let's see, cut the film, create a new cut sample, turn it. Zero. Now I think I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. But let's see, cut the fill. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with the fill because it just sort of works pretty well as rudimentary for what we're doing right here. But thanks for the tip. Let's see, is the vocal in the pack too? Yep, the vocal is also from the pack. You can find this and other vocals as well. Both the vocal and the harmony, they go together. There's acapellas, there's other phrases, there's chants, there's words, there's a lot of exclusive vocals.
Why can't you let me be? Why can't you?
All right, you already know what's happening right here.
Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be?
And
Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be?
yeah, it's definitely working. Okay, and this is gonna go into 8. See, I think I'm a little over the time that I wanted. Yeah, I'm a little over the time, but that's okay. I'm just gonna finish this transition up.
Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be?
Alright, this is what I usually do is for my build-up drums, I want to make sure that there's not too much high end, that it's not super piercing.
Why can't you let me be? Why can't you?
So just roll off the top a little bit and then
Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be?
and I'm going to create this high pass to kind of rise up at the very end. So let's create an automation clip there. And yeah, it has a whole project. Well, I'm always doing that. Let's take it here.
Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be?
And let's paste that right there. So it just starts fading right at this one moment.
Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be? Why can't
Let's get a rough idea about how you fill this track to make this track to look more aggressive. I probably just fill it out with more noises, background cymbals, hats and percussions and stuff like that. Those take a little bit of time to program. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I would do. I would add a little more cymbals, percussion sounds, little percussion fills, and things like that. But I'm trying to get basic stuff down to show the creation of like just a song. The shirt available for purchase? No, it isn't. It isn't yet. We don't have any merch quite yet. Maybe that'll come in the future. Maybe that'll come soon in the future. That would be cool. We'd like to sell merch, but this is just a custom one that I made for videos. All right, so we have that snare.
Why can't you let me be? What do you want from me? What do you want from me, huh? Why can't you let me be? From me, huh? Why can't you let me be?
Those snares kind of start out of nowhere.
From me, huh? Why can't you let me be? What do you want from me? What do you want from me, huh? Why
Maybe I want this splash again.
Why can't you let me be from me, huh? Why can't you let me be?
Maybe just part of that. I just want some noise constantly kind of rising up and down in this breakdown.
Me, huh? Why can't you let me be? What do you want from me? What do you want from me, huh? Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me? Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me? Why can't you let me be? Why can't you?
Yeah.
Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be?
Which means we need more air happening right here. So let's take this splash. Alright, I'm actually going to make this one different, so let's make it unique. And let's kind of go like this. So it holds out a good deal longer.
What do you want from me?
Nice. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, let's see. Yeah, we're at a good time. We're a little over 2 hours, so this stream has been going on for a decent amount of time. But I kind of want to go in here and make sure these chords have some body. Maybe I could add a little bit of saturation to this 808. Yeah, just a little bit more depth. And a little bit of reverb to the snare. Yeah. Nice. So we don't have a full like 16 bar future bass drop. Normally if I was doing this, then I'd make that as well, and I'd like make changes and do things like that. You know, I like someone else was saying in the chat, they do that sort of thing as well. But we have the basics of that dropper here. We have, you know, the chords, the arp, we have the vocals going on, we have the vocal chop loop, we have all these sound effects, and like all of these sounds that I brought in here are from the Ultimate Producer Bundle 2020. So I think we're looking pretty good here, and I think we made some pretty decent stuff. So I didn't do much in this intro right here, but I'm gonna play it anyway just to kind of display the vocals and just the few little things that I did do, and then you can hear more of the interesting stuff happen right there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just play this little bit right here.
Time will only tell if you'll be on my side. I was under a spell, but I'ma be alright. You only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry. I'm done thinking that you are the one, 'cause all of these emotions got me coming undone. What do you want from me? What do you want from me, huh? Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be, huh?
So cool. It's just a couple of hours of me kind of using the pack to start a track. Like this is definitely the beginning of something really good. It's like you have those ideas down, you have the vocals, you have the chords, you have basic elements, you know what I'm saying? You can really build off that, and there's a lot of room for creativity. It's like there's a really good structure for the start of a track. It's not a full track. It's definitely not a full track, and there are still details that would need to be done, but that's definitely definitely progress on a track. There's a lot of progress. So cool, awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to check out the Ultimate Producer Bundle 2020. The link is in the description below. There's a ton of stuff. The pack is so big. Like just going through it, I haven't even been through all of it. I've just looked through it so many different times, just run through everything because it's just so big. So tons of inspiration. It's an incredible bang for your buck. Even if you just go down and check it out and just read a little bit about it first, even if you're not convinced, it's a really good buy. It's a really, really good buy in my opinion. Not just because I work for Ghosthack. If it wasn't working for Ghosthack, I would 100% buy this pack. Whew, there's so much, but yeah. Yeah, this is the end of the stream. I'm wrapping it up. So thank you for the live stream. You've shown me a lot of new things. Do sidechain, no problem. Make a video on fill a drop. Maybe I could do a video on how to properly fill out drops, whether that be future bass, dubstep, trap, just different things you can do to layer to help a drop sound more full. Because there are plenty of techniques to do that, and I know a few of them, and that could be a fun video. So, all right, awesome. Looks like we're all good here. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Happy producing.